Redneck Redbeard and welcome to episode 2 of the Python tutorial series. Now I apologise for the long gap from the first episode, but regardless, today we are going to be going over the basic concepts within Python. Now as you can see on the screen now, there are timestamps to different sections of this tutorial. Now let's get started. Let's start off by creating a short program that displays hello world. In Python, the print statement is used to output text. So if we type in print hello world and hit enter, hello world is displayed or printed. No? Okay then. Well, there you have it. You have now created your very first program in Python if you haven't done any coding before. Now onto simple operations. There are 4 main operations that you should already know, and that is adding, subtracting, multiplying and dividing. Here is a list of all the Python operators. I'll go through a few of them in a bit. In the Python shell window, which I've got open now, if you type in a calculation, the result will be printed. Simply type it like this, 2 plus 2, or like this, 2 plus 2. The code works with the spaces in between or not. It works the same way with subtracting, multiplying and dividing, which comes out to be a float. More on that later. Using brackets will mean that the program will work that out first. So if we type 2 plus 4, close brackets, times by, 5, the answer will come out to be 30 because it works out 2 plus 4 first, which is 6, and then multiplies it by 5, which is 30. If you need to have a negative number, simply put a minus sign beforehand. So for example, -7. Dividing anything by 0 will lead to an error, so do be careful of that. So say 5 divided by 0, it comes out as a 0 division error. Because how many zeros are in 5? We don't know. It's uncalculatable. I don't even know if that's a word. What am I saying? Now, floats are simply numbers that aren't integers, or as you and I would know them, whole numbers. That's what integers are, not floats. They have 1 or more decimal places to them. So for example, 3.14. Dividing any 2 numbers produces a float, regardless of the answer. For example, 8 divided by 2 comes out to be 4.0 instead of 4. As you saw in the table shown back with the simple operations, there are 3 operations that I didn't go into, and this is exponentiation or powers, floor division and modulus. Now I know that sounds scary, but it's simpler than you think. Powers are represented with 2 multiplication signs or asterisks. For example, 2 star star 3, that's what I'm going to call the asterisk stars because, you know. So 2 star star 3 is the same as 2 to the power of 3 or 2 cubed, which comes out to be 8. Floor division is basically the answer to a regular division that is rounded down to an integer. For example, 8//3 comes out to be 2 instead of 2.666 recurring. Now modulus is very similar, instead it takes the remainder of the division. For example, 11 modulo 3 comes out to be 2 because that is the remainder. There are 3 3s in 11 with 2 left over. Now strings are a mix of characters, symbols, space, etc. A string is created by entering text between 2 single or double quotation marks, like this, hello world, or like this, I'll do hello world again. So as you can see, there are double quotes there and single quotes there. Some characters can't be directly used within a string. For instance, double quotes can't directly be used if the string is surrounded by double quotes, and it's the same with single quotes. So as an example, if we type welcome to the and then Python tutorial series, so what happens is it comes up with a syntax error because this bit, Python tutorial series, isn't actually within the quotation marks. This bit here is. So to avoid this issue, you can put a backslash before the extra quotation marks to hide it within the string. And if the string is printed, the backslash is ignored. So if we type welcome to the backslash quotation mark Python tutorial series, and then we'll have to put another backslash again. Then, oh, I put Python. Well, I know how to spell, don't I? Then, as you can see, we can't see the backslashes, but we do get the quotation marks in the middle, and that's just perfect. If within a string you want to have a new line, there are two things that you can do. You can either type \n, so I could do hello \n world, and then here you see the \n, but if you type in print hello \n world, then you can see that it prints a new line. Besides this, you can also surround the string in triple quotation marks. This records any new lines used in the actual program. If you use \n, it will be ignored if you print it like you've just seen. So what you can do, I can do triple quotation marks and be like, hello and welcome to the Python tutorial series. And then if we close it off with triple quotation marks again, you can see that it has recorded each and every one of the new lines. So if you go and print that, so if we go print, and then I'll just copy this in with Control C and V, and then print it, you can see that we get all of the new lines, same here. Now, since this episode may be quite long, it may be quite short, I may have overestimated of how long it will take. I'm going to be continuing this episode in a second part. Now, I hope you enjoyed this episode and that you've learned something, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.